Hello guys, and today I'm going to be doing another, well, I guess this will be the first one on this channel, but I'm going to be doing a Minecraft playthrough. Now, I do have some mods in here. Let me see if I can figure out how to show them off. Where the heck is the mod settings? What is this? That's essentials. Well, I'll probably have to show you in game, I guess, because the mod menu is not here for some reason. Anywho, as you can see, I already have two worlds. This is my creative world where I go to test ideas and stuff. I do want to get into YouTube, but like, it seems like it's so hard to like get into doing YouTube because there are already so many big creators. Everybody's watching them. The little guy never gets seen. But anyhow, I guess I'll just record a video and see how it goes. Um, I am gonna leave commands off. I do not like using commands. What do I want to name this world? The Golden Vid. Yeah, and I always give myself a bonus chest uh, just to make starting off a little bit easier, because in modern Minecraft, it's quite difficult to already survive as is. And we're going to be playing with a few game rule changes here. Primarily to mobs spawning in players, I do want to turn mob griefing off. Yes, if you did not know this, if you do not like creepers blowing your shit up, you can literally turn that off. It's right here. It's in the game rules. You go to mob griefing, you turn that off, and creepers won't blow up your house or anything for that matter. They'll still damage you, but they won't blow up like terrain or blocks or anything like that. The next one's going to be in player. I'm going to turn keep inventory on. So I keep my inventory when I die. I know a lot of people might find that scummy or, well, it's not survival. Well, that's just how I like to play. And we turn the phantoms off. So you see, insomnia. Yeah, turn that off if you don't like phantoms because they are annoying as hell. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna change there. So let's see. Experiments. What do we got in experiments? Ooh, redstone experiments. That's gonna be interesting. The villager trade rebalancing. I remember that was back in. That was still there in like 1.21, like not 1.21.11, but original 1.21. And it still hasn't been released, so I'm assuming that this is still something they're working on. Probably minecart improvements as well as something they're working on right now. I always like to come into here and like just check, to see what kind of stuff they're working on. Now, many of you may have noticed that I do swear a lot. Do not be offended by that. That's just me. That's just how I am. It's just how I do things around here. And yeah, let's get started. Now, I am playing with quite a few mods, and I hope the video quality is going to be okay for you guys. I'm not. It's paused right now because I alt tabbed out. Oh, yeah, I can't do that because okay. Let's get that in the front. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. Anywho, um, let's see here. I did want to show off the mods, but it doesn't seem like I have a list of mods. So I'll just go to CurseForge and tell you, guys, I got 30 mods in here. None of them are like extreme, like modify the game kind of stuff. It's just more like little tiny things. So I have accelerated decay to make leaves decay faster when you mine trees, obviously. That's a really common one to see in packs. I have an animal feeding trough mod in here. Basically, that's a food bin that you put food in and the animals can eat out of it and they automatically breed. So I have that in there because I always forget to breed my animals and then wonder why, oh, my automatic animal farms are not doing what they're supposed to. Yeah, I gotta feed them. The next major one we have in here is Distant Horizons. Now, for obvious reasons, I've turned that off. It does cause a lot of lag, but then again, my PC gets 300 FPS with max graphics and 32 render and sim distance, so I can't really complain too much about lag. It's, you know, lag really isn't a problem for me. I also have double doors. That opens both doors. If there are two doors next to each other, it'll open them automatically. Obviously, the Essentials mod is in here. And that's what's giving like the wardrobe, the emotes, the player skin showing on the menu, that sort of stuff. Now I have Explorer's Compass in here. And that mod is basically a compass that points to structures. And I do like to use that a lot, but it's kind of hard to make because it requires cobwebs to make it. Um, I have the Goblin Trader in here just because, well, he doubles ores basically. That's basically all I use him for. And then I got inventory sorting, iris shaders, uh, Klee slabs. That basically allows you to mine a slab if it's on top of another slab without breaking the slab below or above it. It's kind of nice. I have dynamic lights, which I honestly don't need because I'm using shaders anyway. But I added it in there just in case I want to turn shaders off at some point. I got mouse tweaks. I got Mr. Crayfish's furniture mod is also in here. Nature compasses, that's the kind of like the structure compass, but it points to specific biomes instead of structures. And then Nether Portal Fix, that one's a very common one used. It just makes linking up portals a lot easier. And we got only hammers and excavators because obviously I like 3x3 mining. I have only paxels, and a paxel is basically a pick, a shovel, and an axe all in one. So that's why that's in there. I do have ore vein miner. Sadly, FTB Ultimine is not updated to 1.20.11 or 1.21.11. My bad. I do have simple voice chat in here just in case I decide to, make this an official pack or something. We got sodium extras, we got trade cycling, which obviously just saves time. Like I said, not a lot of these mods really don't do anything that extreme. And then we got Tree Harvester, my favorite because I hate cutting down trees one log at a time. I don't know about you, but I find that very annoying. And those are the mods in the pack. But yeah, how okay. Well, the bonus chest normally spawns behind you, and it's typically on ground level. So now I think it might be down here somewhere, guys. I don't think it would spawn up in the tree. I could be wrong. but I'm gonna try to get down safely and see if I can't locate the bonus chest. I already burnt. Ouch! I already burnt a little bit of time goofing around and showing, well, telling you the mods that are in the pack. And I do have shaders on, and right now my render distance is set to 20 just so my PC doesn't turn into a jet engine, because nobody enjoys that for like hours on end. Free tip, if you play with a bonus chest, always take the chest with you. It saves you from having to craft one when you get to where you want to build. I would well, I do need food. So. Yeah, that was a lag spike. Don't mind that. Do I want to go straight for that, or do I want to... I mean, we got the ocean here, but I don't know. I normally try to find plains biome unless I find like an interesting location along the way. Also, I'm definitely not passing this up. Yeah, these are... Well, you can actually... I don't know if it's still a thing in the game, but at one point you were able to place cobblestone next to mossy cobblestone with a water source next to both, and it would slowly convert the cobblestone into mossy cobblestone, but it was like really, really slow. I don't know if that's still in the game, but that's why I like to collect a little bit of mossy cobblestone if I come across it. So I can potentially make a farm with it later. Ouch. I know I'm a bit awkward, but I haven't really done YouTube in a while. Like, I've only made a couple of videos, and even then I just completely deleted those videos off of my channel and started over. Come here, boy. Why are these sheep dying in one hit? I'm so confused. Do sheep, like, normally die in one hit when you hit them with an axe? Or is that, like, some kind of weird, glitchy mess kind of thing? And that's a zombie. Already, I'm being harassed by zombies. I don't know what's going on, bro, but these freaking mobs, man. I don't know what's going on with the mobs in Minecraft, but ever since I got on 1.21.11, the mobs have been behaving very, very weirdly. Like, they're able to pathfind to my rough location long before they ever see me. It's like they can see through walls or something. I don't know. Point is, there is no reason why that zombie should have come out of that cave to attack me. It shouldn't have even known I was there. Yet, somehow, miraculously, it did. Man, they really need to organize this crafting guidebook. And then I'm gonna go for the stone paxel just to save on space. And I'm also going to get rid of both of those because I don't need them. And I'm gonna get well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna make a furnace too. And I'm gonna get a little bit more stone here. Just to have for later, because you never know, might need it. Now, I have no intentions of speedrunning this game in any way. That's not really my thing. So if you came here to see somebody speed run Minecraft, um, I'm sorry to disappoint, but I take everything very slowly. I am very strategic in how I plan things and what I do and when I do it. So I'm not gonna like immediately rush into things. Like I'm not even gonna go into that cave. Most people would. I'm not going to. I only came down here for one thing, and that was stone. And now that I've got that stone, I'm gonna get the hell out. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, and now that I'm out of there, get this over here. Oh, I also better make a bed before I forget, and then I wind up wondering why the hell I can't go and sleep because I don't have a bed. So yeah, we'll put you there. Because I'm going to pick this crafting table back up. Save myself from having to craft another one. I'm going to go up as high as I can to kind of like get a better view. If I can. Because right now, I kind of have no idea where the hell I am. I know I'm in a forest, but like where? You know? I think that's a normal forest over there. Let's go that way. I definitely do not want to be in a taiga biome. I don't know what you would call this. A tall taiga. Yeah, let's check. Yeah, this is just a taiga biome. I know there's like another taiga biome with small trees, and then there's like that one with big trees, and then there's the snowy taiga. Then there's ow, ow, ow. Actually, that's exactly what I was looking for is these. These are good early game food, especially if you're taking your time like I am. Very good early game food. Wow, you dropped a weird ass egg. Here, take it back. Is there any copper? See, I wanna get to copper as soon as possible. Because once I have copper, I feel safe enough to actually, like, do a bit of caving, maybe explore inside a cave or two. But, I'm also on the hunt for tall flowers, so I'm keeping an eye out for them at the same time. So my brain's basically doing a million things all at once. Okay. What do we got? It looks like it leads into a plains biome up ahead. Beautiful. Oh, lag spike. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually go into video settings, go to shaders, go to shader pack settings. If you didn't know, you can change the profile of the shaders to make them less intense. Right now it's on high, so I'm gonna go to medium and hit apply. Now this will take a minute to apply that, but if you don't want your shaders lagging the shit out of your game, you can literally drop it to like low or potato, but medium is where the good graphics are, but it's not so intense. I mean, it's still there, but like it's just, if we check my FPS now, yeah, my FPS is now 40 instead of 30, so I gained a whole 10 FPS from just doing that alone. Now, I see a lot of people are doing these, like, redstone automated flower farms, but I honestly do not understand why people are doing that. Because it doesn't make sense to me. Because you can already farm, like, you can already farm the basic dyes you need to craft every other dye. Like, why do you need to go out and find a bunch of small flowers and farm them when you can literally just go out, farm the tall flowers, a cactus, cocoa bean, maybe kill skeletons to get bones for white dye, you know? And then you can just hunt squids anytime you need black dye. And for blue, you naturally get blue from lapis anyway. Now, there's a reason I'm not going straight for that plains just yet. And that's because I'm searching around the edge of the forest biome in the hopes of finding... oh, boy. In the hopes of finding some tall flowers. Now, it looks like we didn't get lucky this time, but I will look around any forested areas in the future. Now, I am not going to walk that distance. I got mangrove logs, bro. You know how hard it is to find a mangrove biome, dude? You literally have to find a swamp that's close enough to an ocean for a mangrove swamp to even spawn. I probably will cut a lot of this out, you know, the traveling around. Or I might not. Yeah, I might just leave it in. Because honestly, I'm not gonna go and add some fancy intro to my videos. Or some fancy outro, you know? Like, I don't need to be doing that right now. Right now, I just want to do, you know, something. I just want to play, you know? And I don't want to have to go through the pure agony of video editing. So, I'm probably just going to leave this video as is and just upload it. And I know that might piss some people off because I'm not even trying, or they'll say I'm not even trying, but think about it. If the video is good, does it really need an intro or an outro to be a good video? Answer is no, it doesn't. If the video is good, then it doesn't really need an intro or an outro, does it? Okay, so, just cooking up my food and then we'll get going. I'm also going to show off a little idea that I came up with. I actually do have to go back across this ocean because I forgot to get spruce wood and spruce saplings. So yeah, we got to go back. And I'm also going to grab some of that kelp when I come back through too. And that sugar cane there. Yeah, the tree chopper automatically replants the tree. I really like that feature, honestly. I think a lot of vein mining for trees should automatically replant the trees. Because it just saves you from having to do it manually. You know what I mean? I can get oak anywhere, but I might grab a birch tree. I know everybody is shitting on birch trees, but let's be honest. if birch is all you got, then that's all you got, you know? Well, I guess a better way to put it is, let me think about how to word this. Yeah, I'm bad with words, guys. I'm bad with words and explanations and just talking to others in general. But I did say I was going to grab some of this kelp, and I do intend to do that. And I hear drown, so let's stay in the boat while collecting this. Because I do not want to get butt-fucked by a drown right now. Oh, wow. The video quality is actually pretty bad. At least it was there for a second. I'm sorry for any, like, lag spikes or anything, you know. Ooh. Oh. Oh, I almost fell in that. Okay, I'm taking a mental note of that. Do I want more wool? No. But I will grab one red flower, and if we can find a cornflower. There's a village? Bro, no way. I just ran right to a village. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, why are you killing the horses? Well, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize, is that horses actually take up animal spawns. Not only that, but horses also drop leather when killed. So what I'm doing is I'm essentially getting both leather and clearing up spawns for animals at the same time. So it's a win-win, really. And plus, I don't really care about horses at all, let's be honest. That ain't really my thing. I'm gonna go ahead and make one blue dye, and I'm gonna make one red dye, and then I'm gonna combine red and blue to make purple, and dye my bed purple. And then I'm gonna proceed to throw out that purple dye because I don't want it clogging up my inventory. Now I am gonna hit up this village, really. Holy shit, hold on. Hold on. Look at that terrain gen, bro. Hold up. It's not very often I get excited over terrain. Look at this, dude. It's got like little spikes of dirt just coming out of the earth. It's nice and flat here, too. I could totally put a base here. I could 100% see a base going in here. You kidding me? Bro, I don't know if y'all are seeing what I'm seeing, but just imagine like a big open door right here in that wall back there. Well, let's go ahead and clear out some of this tall grass so we can actually see. Now, I also know a lot of you like to use water buckets for clearing grass. That's another thing I don't get. Like, why? Why? Just why? You can literally clear grass faster just by punching it with your fist and looking left and right while walking forward. But anywho, just imagine a big door right here, and that would be the main. This would be like the main base, and then like over here we could have like farms and stuff. Yeah, and then up here. We could put like another build, maybe a statue or something. Oh, and then over here we could have... Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. we could totally have like a whole nother build right here of some kind. Maybe like I don't know, a blacksmith house maybe, or maybe a storage room. Yeah, a storage room. And then over here, what I'm thinking is we remove that dirt hill in the back, turn that into a blacksmith hut, and then we can turn these two spikes into an outside forge. Yeah. So this would be like the one to refine the metal, and then this would be the one where you actually forge the metal. And that would have like a little canopy connected to the... Bro, I'm going insane right now. I need to just like slow down for a minute. Let's just go ahead and get some basic stuff set up here. I am gonna make this my base, and I am gonna do that idea, but I need to slow down, you know? Okay, it is definitely not nighttime yet. Now, I know somebody's gonna be like, this dude's playing on a cracked PC, but he's got old equipment. You're right. I do have an outdated GPU, CPU, probably low memory, but guess what? It doesn't matter because I can play Minecraft with 32 chunk render and sim distance with shaders on max settings and still get 30 FPS. So, I mean, you can't really beat that, you know? And the only reason why I'm keeping the render distance and the simulation distance at 20, that's mainly just to help my PC not overheat, because that's the main thing that I'm concerned about. I do not care about anything else. I don't care about shaders or anything else. I do not want my PC to overheat and die. That is my main concern. And while, yes, I can crank my render distance to 32, I only usually do it for short periods of time because my fans ramp up to insane speeds and get very loud. And sometimes I just straight up disable shaders for a while just to let my PC cool down, and then I turn them back on later. Now, we're going to need dirt to fill in this section, obviously. Or maybe I could put something here to, like, fill in the terrain. Anyway, I was going to go right to the village. But now I think I'm going to actually take the time to remove the pumpkins and stuff. Where is that zombie noise coming from? Is there a cave right here? There has to be a cave right here, dude. I hear him. I hear him right here. Yeah, he's like right here. Oh my god, there is a cave right there. What the what the If you guys don't know, I'm playing with what the heck is it called? It's like 3D audio or some shit like that. So I can actually hear where everything is around me in game. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. Okay, so let's grab out them sticks and this. I'm going to make a few things. First of all, I'm going to make a spear because I still need to learn how to use that properly. I'm going to make a sword. I am not making a shield. And this is my biggest gripe. People are always saying, oh, you need a shield. You need a shield. I'm living proof that you don't need a shield. Because I never play with the shield. I never even touch the shield. Ever. I prefer to play without it. Because I have found a way to do combat without a shield. Like, at all. And the crazy thing is, if my combat style were used against somebody in real PvP, I don't know. I don't know if a shield user would be able to keep up. I'm just saying. basically, there's a few things that I do when I'm in combat. One of them is I keep track of what weapon my enemy is using currently. And what I do from there is completely dependent on what they have. If they have an axe, odds are I'm switching to a spear because I don't want them anywhere near me. Or I'll use a bow. It depends on the situation. Like, if they're close enough I can hit them with a spear and they pull out an axe, yeah, I'm going to spear them. But if they're farther away and they pull out an axe, then I use a bow. And if they pull a sword, I'm using a sword every single time. Because then it's even, then it's even. It's an even fair fight at that point. And then it just comes down to who's better at hitting who, So, the next thing I do is if they have a spear, I'm absolutely 100% getting nowhere near you, and I'm going to use a bow every single time. And, the reason for that is obviously because the spear does a lot of damage while they run at you, right? And if they're flying, oh boy, yeah, that's even worse. So I'm using a bow every single time somebody's using a spear, and if they got a elytra and they're flying around, my ass is running to cover ASAP because that is basically a death sentence. Okay? It doesn't matter what you have at that point. If your enemy is airbound and you're not, it's over. It's already over. And let's say the enemy I'm up against is using a mace. Okay, well, you're using mace. I'm going to use the spear and elytra. Because, fuck you. So, it doesn't matter what they do. I'm going to counter whatever weapon they have every single time. Now, that alone isn't enough to win a fight without a shield. No, to win a fight with no shield, you have to be strategic in the way you move, too. It's not just run directly at them and beat them up, Like, it's not that simple. So, what I like to do is I run forward while strafing right and left at random, and that completely throws off any aim that they might have, because my movements become unpredictable at that point. They can't tell if I'm going to juke left or right or what. And by the time they actually manage to line up a good shot and hit me once, I'm already right up in their face. You know what I mean? And that, my friend, is the advantage to not having a shield. You can get right up in their face. You can outmaneuver them because you don't have the shield slowing you down when you're using it. So if you just adapt your strategy, you don't even need a shield. And that, to me, is the best way to fight both mobs and players. Now, I know a lot of you will argue for the shield and say, oh, the shield is strategic. It gives you advantages in PvP that you can't get with that. I don't want to hear it. Like, if you believe the shield is best for PvP, more power to you, Like, everybody has their own opinions. They're entitled to their own opinions, but for me personally, I find combat to be more enjoyable when it's not a stand there for 30 minutes blocking with your shield before actually doing something kind of combat, Like, that's not combat. At that point, you might as well be playing 4D chess with Ultra HD graphics on, bro. Like, what the hell are you doing? You know? Like, I didn't come here to see a couple of dudes just stand there for 30 minutes blocking with shields. I came to see a fight, you know? And if you're not gonna fight, I will. But here's the thing, right? I have played PvP. I know what it's like to be killed and have all my shit stolen and then have to start over. I know what it's like to go through that because I go through it so much whenever I played PvP back in the day. And that's why I no longer do PvP related games at all. Because I simply do not like the idea of killing somebody else and taking their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's already bad enough that you went and you killed that person, but now you're gonna take their stuff too? Like, that to me is like... PvP in general, in my opinion, is just bad overall. Because it's unfair to new players who don't really know combat because, well, obviously they're a new player, they don't know what they're doing, right? They don't understand the combat mechanics in the same way you do. They don't know to block with a shield. They don't even know that they need a shield. They don't know any advanced strategies for combat. They don't know anything, right? Like a fresh player pops on, 9 times out of 10, they don't know what they're doing. And then here comes you, fully kitted out in full netherite, and you just absolutely destroy the guy for like seemingly no reason. So yeah, that's why 90% of people do not play. Well, actually, I can't say 90%, but a large majority of people, after playing PvP once, do not play it again because of that reason. And then you have the whole toxicity thing, right? Like, people are toxic as hell in PvP. I'm not even exaggerating there. Okay? PvP is one of the most toxic environments ever, with people who are constantly going out of their way to do, like, ridiculous shit, like putting tape on their mouths so they can do jitter clicking or whatever the hell they want to call it. It's like, bro, why? Why? Like, what are you doing? At that point, it's not even fun, you know? Like, you're just doing these things to try and fuck other people over, and that's why I don't like, that's also why I don't like PvP, because it teaches you to hate other people, to always try and be better than everyone else, and that leads to you becoming stressed, and when you become stressed, a bunch of bad shit happens. Like, you can get depression, you can get anxiety, you can develop a fear of talking to people. Not exactly common, that one, but it does happen. It does happen. But the point I'm trying to make is sometimes it's not about PvP at all, right? Like, PvP doesn't matter at the end of the day. We're all human beings, so, like, why can't we all just get along, you know? Like, I'd rather spend my time helping new players learn things about the game than actually sit there and kill them in PvP battles and take all their stuff. Because, you know, they're just trying to learn the game, man. And, you know, that's just a bad experience for new players all around. So I prefer to actually help new players, and that's kind of the whole idea behind my channel, is to put out information to help new players. Now, I know some of the information that I might give might not always be accurate, and that's partially due to the fact that I'm going based off of experience from years of playing the game instead of actual stat sheets and all this overcomplicated shit, you know? Like, some people literally go up online and Google what the Y levels are. I can tell you what every Y level for every ore is. Well, except for quartz. Quartz kind of spawns everywhere in the nether, let's be real. So, let's say you want to find iron. Well, you got two options. Do you want the slow option or the quick option? Because one option is fast, the other one takes a bit. Okay, so here are the two options for getting iron. You can either go down to Y15 or 16, or you can also go to mountains. Because mountains, especially Stony Peak biomes, a Stony Peak mountain, dude, you will find so much iron there, you will come back with like 15 stacks of the shit in like 5 minutes. No joke. So, like I said, one option is fast, the other one not so much, because if you're mining for iron down at Y16, you're not going to find it as much as you would if you were up on a mountain. Because that's primarily where iron spawns now. It does spawn at Y16, but not nearly as frequently as it does up in mountains. Now, let's say you're looking for gold. Well, that's also going to be Y15 because, well, technically it's Y16, but who gives a shit if you're at Y15? You're mining Y16 already because you're digging a 2x1 tunnel, so who cares, right? So, for me, I've dumbed it down to this simple list. If you're looking for iron, either go to a mountain or go down to Y15. You'll also find gold there, and occasionally you'll find lapis and coal. Now, if you're looking for copper, you want to look on the surface, especially near cave openings, and if there are stony shores nearby, search there. You're going to find a lot of it, just exposed, just sitting there. If you're looking for lapis, that's going to be Y0. And if you're looking for redstone or diamonds, that's going to be -58. And here's why it's not -59, people. Because at -59, you're all the way down by bedrock. And bedrock takes up some of the diamond spawn locations, which actually decreases your diamond yield. So you go up a little bit to avoid the bedrock layer entirely, and you wind up getting more diamonds. Now, I know a 1 block difference in height doesn't really seem like that much, but it really is if you think about it, because one less layer of bedrock is actually a massive boost to your diamond yield. So it's actually smarter to go 1 block up from Y59 and get more diamonds than it is to mine at Y59 and get less diamonds. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to be mining that low in the first place. Like, yeah, diamonds spawn that low, but you don't have to be mining on bedrock level to get diamonds. In fact, I find more diamonds on Y58 than I have ever found anywhere else. So, honestly, if you need to know like a Y level for a certain ore, just use the ones that I just mentioned. And if you're looking for ancient debris, that's going to be about Y16 to 15 in the nether, okay? And do do be careful of lava, because down that low, you have a high probability of running into a lava lake and winding up scorched. Now, there are so many things, about the game that I think the community has just overall gotten wrong over the years. Like, they say mining a 1x1 tunnel is faster, and I say, yes, it is, but you also get less ores, and here's why. You're mining a tunnel quicker, but you're also exposing way less blocks. And less blocks being exposed means less chance of finding an ore. So, therefore, why would you mine a 1-block tunnel when you could mine something like a 3x3 tunnel and expose like a million more blocks than you would doing a 2x2 or a 1x2 or a 1x1? Like to me, it doesn't seem logical at all to even suggest mining in a 1x1 tunnel. That's ridiculous to me. That's why every tunnel that I dig is a 3x3, and that's because I'm exposing more block surfaces, therefore increasing my chances of finding ores. I'm increasing my chances of finding more ores than I would if I did it the way that the community says to. Because you're exposing more potential ore locations overall versus exposing less but mining a longer tunnel faster. And that to me is kind of like the whole issue, right? Like you don't want to mine slow. You want to find things fast, but you also don't want to decrease the amount of surfaces that you're exposing when mining, because that decreases the chance of you finding ores. So, to get around this, you would typically mine a 3x3 tunnel or a 2x1 tunnel. And honestly, the 3x3 isn't much slower, especially if you're playing like with mods or something and you have a 3x3 mining tool like I do. You literally just break one block and it breaks the other surrounding blocks around it in a 3x3. So, yeah. Those are just some of my thoughts on things. I do want to get down in this cave, though, because I want to try to get some copper before I go ham with the iron. How many torches? I have no torches. I am an absolute idiot. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna have to take the 4 torches that we've got and pray to God that we find coal down here. Oh, actually, I don't even have to place them right because of the dynamic lights. Bro, that's genius. Oh, there's water here too? Bro. There's what I'm looking for. Give me that. Oh, there's more of it right here. 11. Another thing that I really find dumb... Oh, give. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, that's nice. We take those. If you're gonna give me iron, bet your ass I'm taking it. I'm 100% taking that. Free iron? I take that all day. So that whole cave literally had like almost nothing in it. But that's okay. Where the hell am I? Oh, I'm on top of my base, or what will be my base soon enough, because yeah. And I'll just like use you to do this, and then I'll mine you, get a little bit more stone, and then I can just start chunking away into this. And I don't want to go too far back, I don't think, because I basically don't want to break out the other side. But I do need to go a little bit further back than that. And I'm going to actually hollow out the space that will be my base. I'm not going to make like, oh, I'll turn this 3x3 tunnel into a hallway. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to mine it out into an actual functional room first. And then I'll worry about decorating it. Because then I actually have a little bit more control over what the room is going to look like. And I can actually map out the hallways and rooms in general. Now, normally I build in a chunk grid by pressing F3 plus G. You can see chunk borders, so I'm actually going to try to make it so my whole base is within this chunk, right? Like, at least my starter base. We can expand it into other chunks later. But here is a tip if you want to make bases that are inside the chunk grid. Obviously, mine all the way over to the corner, so you can see the corner. And you want to basically clear out an entire chunk worth of space. So right here, you can see that the chunk actually sticks out to here. So sadly, this all has to go too. Yep, even that. And this. And I'm going to mine this all the way over to the edge of that chunk, okay? Now, this is probably going to look absolutely horrible when I start doing it. But after I'm done, I plan to go back through and make it look a little better. Let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. And then I'll go back through and break you. And then I'm probably going to have to go over and make myself a new Paxel real quick, because this one's kind of cooked. Yep. And then make another Paxel, so when mine breaks, I'll actually be able to replace it. Aha, take that, gravel. Die, potato, die. Actually, I can just do this, can't I? Yeah, that's way easier. Now, this chunk is getting cleared out. Now, I'm not going to clear it all the way up to the sky limit. That would be absolutely stupid. But I will clear it out all the way to the borders and make the ceiling height exactly how high I want it. I want a 3-block high ceiling because that's exactly how high I can jump in game. So that gives it the perfect amount of space where it feels roomy but not too claustrophobic. You. And there's actually a good reason why I do my bases inside chunks. It's so if I ever make like a redstone chunk loader of some kind, I can just keep my entire base loaded, and I don't have to worry about is my whole base gonna be loaded, because it's all in one chunk. Like, this is about the size of an average house room, like a room in a house. So this is typically the size I go for when making build. Now, I am gonna waste my time smelting wood, burning up wood to make this, but I should probably make that planks if I'm gonna do that. To be honest, I get more out of it. Actually, I can make it slabs. Then I get even more out of it. And then an extra plank can go there. Okay, so now I need to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do in here. Because I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I just cleared it out. I have no actual plans as to what kind of build I'm gonna go for. I do have a lot of this cobble though. I could use that. Yeah, but a basic cobble box would look pretty bad, wouldn't it? But you know what wouldn't look bad? If I use this plus some of the dirt. Here's a trick for you guys. If you want to grow a big spruce tree, but you do not want to convert the grass into that weird ass material, just go out into the ocean or literally any nearby lake and grow the tree out there. So that way the tree will not affect the terrain. It'll only affect the blocks that it's on, right? Like, that way you can keep your grass as grass and not have like some weird podzol shit all over your builds. Now I am going to dot around the last two. I'm going to place the last two of these saplings. I'll put it here and then maybe here. And now we just wait. Yeah, and now I'm gonna make a full set of copper armor. And I'll probably upgrade my spear to copper as well. I know there's like no copper paxel, but I'd rather have copper gear than no gear. I'll be right back, guys. Enjoy watching the smelting montage, I guess. Alrighty, people, I'm back, and it seems like the smelting montage is going to be very, very short because I ran out of wood. Oh no. Whatever will I do? It's not like I have some nasty ass birch in my fucking thing that I need to get rid of. Sorry, birch, but you're going to be cooking our ores. Because fuck birch, am I right? Let's see. I also, okay, well I can make a feeding trough. I might as well make a couple of them. Oh, I can only make 2 of them, okay. Well, now I know how to make that if I ever want to. Why? Oh, right, I'm short on copper. I need more copper to make boots. Okay. So now, go like that. Now I got some armor. Now I'm feeling protected, right? Now I'm feeling relatively safe. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, and I'm going to remove. Yeah, see, that's why I made the extra paxel, because I knew that one was about to break. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to remove this floor area. Because that I am going to do in cobblestone. So, all this needs to be gonzo. I'm going to get rid of you. Break you. Then I can use this to break you, and then I can use you to get rid of you. And now I have a good starting point. I can start busting out this floor. Now I will go back through and fix the terrain. I'm not dumb. I will go back through and fix the terrain once I have the house built. So I need to take into consideration that there is going to be a hill, so I am not going to have front windows. But that's okay. We don't need front windows because I already plan to add a fucking skylight to this base. Because every underground base should have a skylight. Especially if it's not like deep underground. You know? Just manually remove the rest of this. I mean, we kind of were manually removing it before, but still. So, I'll teach y'all how to build inside of chunks. It's actually pretty cool. So, what you do is you find this line here. You see how this line is like a, I don't know what you call that, a teal, maybe? This marks 1/3 of the chunk. Same here, that's another third, and here's your other third, right? So, those are showing the 3 areas where, you know. So basically, as long as you only pay attention to these areas here, that area like that, you can completely forget this little corner here because you got this here as well. Now, if I connect this and this together, what we're going to notice is that it makes a pathway, right? Now, imagine there was a long hallway, this same size, lined up with this, that went into the next chunk. Well, there's a hall, and you can do it here, and you can, like, bend it so it goes into the middle of the chunk and then back out that way. And then you can do literally any sized room inside of these chunks and it'll actually look good. Now, I fortunately do not have to remove this cobblestone because that is what I'm choosing to build the floor out of. But I just wanted to show that off and give you guys a basic example. Now, some tips for building that way. You do not, like, if you're gonna have a hallway that extends into another chunk, do not, only the hallways that are connected to rooms do not need posts, right? Like, how do I explain this? Let's say there's a hallway going from here all the way down to here, right? You do not put posts on the sides, because if you're putting a hallway or even a room in that next chunk, you put the posts on that one so it doesn't give you a too wide post. You know what I mean? So you just got to keep that in mind. Like, full-on chunk rooms like what I'm doing now do need posts. And if I were to add a hallway to this at some point, I would not put posts on the hallway connecting to the room, because that would look bad. So it's just like little things like that you gotta pay attention to, you know? But other than that, you know, go wild, man. Like, you can build literally any kind of base as long as you have it perfectly aligned to the chunk grid. Like, you don't even have to have it aligned to the chunk grid. The only benefits of actually having a base that's aligned to the chunk grid is that you can use chunk loaders to only load your base and nothing else. You know? Like, it's just small things like that. For now, I am going to take the torches out of my offhand, just so I can build without constantly accidentally placing torches everywhere. Short 2 blocks. Okay, so now I'm stuck waiting on trees to grow at this point. So there's not really anything that I can do here. That's a wood spear. Why would I want to make a wood spear? I want to make a copper one. Duh. I'm also gonna make a copper sword. I can't make a copper paxel, sadly. I don't think they have a copper paxel. I mean, I can look. Yeah, there's no copper paxel, sadly. And there's no copper hammers or anything like that either, so I'm kind of capped there as well. But I can upgrade my sword and my spear, my 2 main combat weapons, out of copper, so that's a plus. I am immediately going to make shears and a bucket. I do not care. Those are 2 main things that every player needs. And I'm also going to, well, I don't have flint, do I? But I'm also going to go and make a flint and steel right away. Why? Because, well, you're gonna need it at some point, plus it's useful for burning animals to get food. So I'm gonna grab one from here, and then this is a little trick I like to do to get gravel fast. What I do is I put the mining tool. Oh, well. Yeah, get wrecked, buddy. What I like to do is I like to... Wait, what was I doing? Right, I already had gravel on me. Okay, so what you do is you get up against a wall, and then you right-click and you break it at the same time. And what this will do is it'll eventually give you a piece of flint. At some point, it will drop a piece of flint. But you do, yep, I just got some flint. So now I can make a flint and steel. Bam. And just like that, I have basically all the tools I'm gonna need. Now I'm gonna put the cobblestone away in this chest for right now. I would put the dirt away, but I kinda don't have anywhere to put it, so I'm actually gonna go place it down. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. Hey, give me the dirt now. We're gonna use the dirt that we got from clearing that hole to actually fill in this hole out here, so that later on we can easily come in here and just start building. See, I do a very, very specific way of building. I look left when placing blocks and walking left. This allows you to place blocks at ridiculous speeds. Just by holding right click. This means that I can basically fill in creeper holes in like less than a minute. Maybe even faster than that, honestly. It also means that I'm able to build incredibly fast as well. And I do misclick where, well, it's actually not really a misclick per se. It's more like the game doesn't detect that I let go of the right click because I'm actually performing this action so quick that the game just literally has an aneurysm or a freaking stroke or something. So it also does that with walking as well. Like I'll tap a key one time to slightly move forward, and then it'll just hold it for about like 3 seconds, and then it'll stop. Sometimes my game just does these things, you know? I am, for right now, going to turn off the shaders just so my poor PC can stop screaming in agony. And as you can see, my FPS just massively climbed to like 200 FPS with shaders turned off. And that's because I'm using medium shaders. And keep in mind, I'm still playing with 20 chunk render distance and simulation distance, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. So now that our trees are starting to grow, I'm gonna actually go chop them down, and let's get rid of the F3 menu for right now. We'll get rid of the chunk borders for now. We're not gonna need them just yet. I wonder how many freaking logs am I gonna get for this monstrosity? Holy. Yeah, chop her down, buddy. Yeah, that's gonna take a minute because that's a massive fucking tree I'm chopping. Oh, but it did it. It did it. And it replanted it. So yeah, now I have a ton of wood. I have so much wood, I don't know what to do with it all. Okay, so we'll kind of just float our way back over to the shore. And I will go get that sugar cane right now because I know I'm going to need it later. So I might as well grab it now. Whoa, 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 what's going on over here? Why is this village on fire? What in the hell? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god. Dude, did you really build a wooden house over a fucking lava pool? Are you serious? Bro, I ain't even gonna stop this because, like, dude literally did it to himself. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to... I at least saved your loot, buddy. I at least saved your loot, but, like, Jesus, man. Even a fucking noob knows not to build over lava. I mean, come on. And I got an iron pick. Oh, that's gonna save me so much time. I do not have a hoe. You know what? We'll come back to this later. That tree grew already? Bro. Ain't no way. How did you grow already, man? I just cut you down like literally a second ago. The hell? Okay, let's chop them down again. Oh, I don't want to break the sapling after I break the log, so I gotta look up in the corner or else I'll break the sapling. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd say we're gonna have plenty of wood. To be honest, I could just grab some clay while I'm out here and make a fireplace. Not with lava though, because I'm not that stupid. I can use campfires. Is there any more clay? I need like a bigger patches of clay. Yeah, we got bigger patches of clay here. Might as well grab this, you know? Now I'm gonna actually stay up out of the water while doing this because it's actually faster mining when you're not under the water, because the moment your head goes underwater, it's over. You're done. You're toast. Okay, I do need to get back to my base. It is nighttime, and I ain't about to get my ass kicked by a bunch of mobs. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. We ain't about that life, sir. And you know what's funny? I actually do not like the color purple. The only reason I dye my bed purple is because I think it's a better color than the basic red bed. And I think it's a better color than just leaving it plain white. So I'll take, you know, I mean, I'll take a freaking purple bed over no bed, no colored bed, you know? I mean, I could dye it yellow, but what's the point, you know? So I'm just gonna do the corners right now, and I kind of can't see anything back here. It's really, really dark. Like, holy shit. Yeah, let's go ahead and put a torch there. Okay, now here's the thing. I need to figure out the hell kind of house I'm even gonna build here. Well, if we go from there, yeah, if we go there to the center line and put a post there, that'll look okay. But then we would also have to do it here, so it would line up on that side, and that means we got a double here, which is actually fine because I'm probably going to make a hallway right there anyhow, so a double door is fine. We might actually want to do that over here and on the other sides as well. Just so I can actually fucking see. Okay, so we need to... Yeah, okay, right here. I was thinking that it's not lined up right. It is lined up right. It's just hard to tell that when everything is fucking dark. So now I need to figure out where the center door is going to be. It's going to be here, so I'm going to go here and here. Up like that, over. Oh, I don't have enough logs in that stack? Well, fuck you! And then we come over here and we chop that one off and then do that. That is how you should properly build a door. Now, I do sadly have to remove yet another layer of dirt because I forgot to take into consideration the top of the frame and the roof. And honestly, the most annoying part is that the chunks are 16 by 16, right? That makes everything out of whack by one block. And I'm not even kidding. If you do the math, that makes everything out of whack by literally one block. So if chunks were 15 by 15, you would have single doors in every single side. You wouldn't have two wide pillars in the middle of your base, and everything would be correct. But sadly, Mojang was like, nah, we're gonna make our chunk loading 16 by 16. I mean, yeah, it's, you know, it sounds like it would be a good idea on paper till you actually do it, and then you realize that anybody trying to actually build a base inside the chunk grid is basically fucked. So yeah. Honestly, if you want a house with a single door that is also inside the chunk grid, it is possible. You literally just bring it in by one block all the way around, and then you get a single door instead of a double door. Well, actually, you'd probably still get a double door. Actually, I can test that, can't I? Yeah, I can, because yeah, even if you brought it in, the middle's still gonna line up to be a double door. But it, I don't know. I have to do some calculating here. Okay, so if we want the door to be centered here, so we're gonna go 1, 2. We're gonna come over here, do the same thing, 1, 2, and yeah, it would still be a double door. So how far in would you have to bring it for it to not be a double door anymore? That's the question I have now. It's still a double door. Okay, so we bring it again. And now it's probably not going to have any door because it's too small. Yeah, so sadly, if you're building inside the chunk grid, you're going to have a double door no matter what. Now, the only way that you could get a single door inside of a chunk grid is if you were to offset the blocks, right? So you keep this here, but let me clear this up. So you keep this here, but you keep your post up against the wall here. Now what that's going to do is theoretically it should work. You do one there, skip one, do one there, skip one, do one here, and one here. Now you have a single door right here. This is your single door. So really, if you want a single door, you have to offset it to the side by one, and if you want a double door, you just follow the chunk borders. So honestly, it's pretty messed up that you have to do it that way, but it does work. You know, it does work. It gets the job done, and that's what matters. You know. And I think this is the reason why most people never build using chunk borders as like a grid, because it's so damn near impossible to do that 90%, if not all players, just completely forget about chunk borders and just build wherever they want, you know? But I want to challenge myself to try and find a way to make building and chunk borders not just possible, but doable. So I'm actually experimenting with these ideas and how they could work, you know? Sadly, here I do have to go up to place a log. And do I have to do that on the other side too? I do. That's fine. Now, I probably won't keep this door frame like this because, well, that would look a little weird, wouldn't it? So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to make these 3-block high posts instead. We'll keep the doorway. But you see, we're going to have one extra block of space up there, but that's fine, because I can fill that in. One extra block is not something to whine over, you know? And plus, I normally add stairs over my doors anyhow, so now I need to... Wait, did that perfectly line up in the... Wait a minute. Wait. No. Do not tell me. Do not. No way. How did I not notice that? How did I not notice that? That changes things. That changes things. Okay, that absolutely changes things. But that's not part of my build. I need to focus. I'm getting distracted. I need to, at the very least, I need to get the front wall done. Okay? I need to get the front wall done and the door. Son of a bitch. I need to get the front wall and the door on here. The rest of it I can do, like, literally any time. But right now, I need to focus up, and I need to get that front wall done ASAP. And for right now, I'm just going to go like this, and I'm going to make it a window on both sides. I'm not going to add in any real detail yet. I just wanna basically get my stuff inside so I can work on this overnight. Oh fuck, I gotta throw them out. I can grab that, throw that out, and then I gotta go over here and I gotta boop boop, and then I gotta come inside. Bam. Okay, so now I'm gonna go. Ooh. Throw that out. Give me a. Make 2 chests. No. The dreaded double right click has gotten me again. Okay, so now I got a double chest. We can go inside. We can I need to be quick. Okay, I'm gonna go like this. Put a double chest there. Pillar like this. That is incorrect somehow. Why is that incorrect? But that. Wait. Okay, I know what I can do. I need to focus. I need to get everything inside. Now. Go. Clear inventory. Clear it all. Go. We need to be quick. We need to be very speedy. We need to grab all our shit and go. Okay, I can't grab the bed yet, but I will be able to in a minute. Yeah, put all that in there. Sweet, cool. Go grab the bed. Quickly. Chest, bed, go. Whoa! Yeah, that dude is, not happy. I will say that much. Okay, so... Where am I gonna put, Yeah, okay, so if I'm gonna be doing that, give me my logs. Okay, so if I'm gonna be doing that, then I might as well just do... Oi, no, stop. No. Denied. Motherfucker. Okay, so I need to do it this way. And there's a strategic reason for that, because now I can line up this. I can actually just leave that as like a full-on wall, but I need to fix this. Okay, this is gonna drive me nuts if I don't fix it, because that's gonna look bad, right? We don't want it to look bad. So what we need to do is we need to remove this one, transfer all this shit into here, or at least as much of it as we can. Grab out the bed, furnace. Now over here, I'm gonna actually make this a crafting wall. So I'm gonna have like the crafting table, the furnace, and over here is gonna be the bedroom. So I'm gonna put my bed right here and go to sleep. Holy. Okay. Now we need to go ahead and clear out this chest as much as possible and get as much shit into there as possible, because I'm going to be breaking this chest and I'm going to be moving it over to here, where I'll then be putting all of this stuff in there again. And I'll be keeping that chest there. Okay. Actually, it can just go like this right now. Okay, I'm gonna take out half of this. The other half I'm gonna turn into planks to make chests. Go. Okay, and then I want to turn this to crafting only. I'm only gonna make 9 chests right now. Yes, I know I cannot run because I'm an idiot, and I'm not eating food because I'm trying to just get this done real quick. But if I have to, I'll eat something. Right now, I'm just fully focusing on getting this done. Okay, so then we put one in here, and bam. Now we can have chest wall, chest wall, chest wall, all the way around. Yeah, we're gonna need to get sand from somewhere. I definitely do not want to grab it nearby. That is one thing I definitely don't want to do. So let's just go ahead and drop all you off. We'll go outside and see how our trees are doing. They're doing fantastic, apparently. Go ahead and chop them down. Okay. Chop down this one. And then we'll go chop down the big one. Now, I am next to this village for a reason, and that's because I plan to get emeralds and do trading and that sort of stuff. So I figured it'd be useful to actually be close by the village to actually, you know, get villagers over to my base because they're literally right next door. I don't know, though. Like, that's just my, you know, my way of thinking. So, now we need to... Oof. What do I need to do? Oh, right, I need to get sand. I need to get sand, but I can't get it from here. We'll go ahead and disable the chunk borders for now. And, we need to get sand, but I don't want to get it from this lake here. That would be scummy. So let's find somewhere else where I can steal a buttload of sand. Oh, hey, there's a mountain nearby. Cool, I might be able to get goat horns. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Oh. I do not like that. I do not like snow biomes. Last time I went into a snow biome, I wound up stuck in there for 3 weeks in Minecraft. 3 weeks of in-game traveling through one snow biome because it just never ended. So we're going to avoid that place like the plague because it's a literal death trap. And hey, we got a beehive right next to our base. That's sick. Sick in a good way because it means I can get a bee farm going for beeswax. Do I want to take the sand from here just to save time? Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm just gonna take the sand from here. I mean, it's not near my base, so I'm not gonna see it. Oh, you might want to come up for air there, buddy. Okay, so I'm only gonna get about 64 of this sand. And I will come back here and fix the water at the very least, but, you know, let's be honest. I just need the sand. I don't really care. Okay, there's the 64 sand I said I wanted to get. Can I get out of the hole, please? Thank you. Oh. Okay, now let's go back to our base. Oh, those are fucking pillagers, aren't they? Come here, motherfucker. Time to die, boy. Ooh, 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 he got me. Oh, you missed. Ooh, got him. Got him. See, and that's, you know, that's kind of how my PvP combat would be. So, I definitely would not want to fight me in a PvP fight. That's for sure. Because, yeah, people might be good at PvP, but I doubt anybody could keep up with that kind of attack speed. Like, I'd be critting you left, right, and center. And before you even know what's going on, you're already dead, bud. Like, you're already dead. I am gonna use the wood to smelt the glass, because I need glass. And, well, I also need to make another Paxel and get my inventory situation in my chest figured out. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some stone. I'll grab some of you, turn half of you into sticks. Yep. I need a pickaxe, an axe, and I need a shovel to make another Paxel so I can actually do things. Oh, man. Okay, let's go ahead and sort that so I can at least see what the hell I'm looking at here. We do have shears, so that's good. I have a yellow dye but no blue dye? Bro, what is going on? Okay, bundles. I do not need an egg. I do like to keep a bundle on me just in case. At least one, you know? I do have an iron pick. I'm saving that for an iron Paxel, which honestly can probably get away with making right now. Yeah, so I need an axe. I need a shovel. And I can make an iron Paxel. Bam. And then I can save the stone one for when the iron one breaks. Now, let's sort that again. Okay, I'm gonna need that bucket. I can put that stuff away. I'm not gonna need the dirt. Sort all this. I mean, I guess I can put the banner up on my house. What's the deal with, like, people saying that hoes are useless? They're not useless. In fact, they have several uses. You just don't use them for those uses. First of all, okay, let me just demonstrate something here. I'll make a hoe. Okay, is that a thunderstorm? You can never tell with these. Let's say I want to break grass, okay? I could go and break grass with a hoe, and it takes 0 damage, and it has a higher chance of dropping seeds. See? You're getting more seeds when you use a hoe. That is strategy number 1. Now, strat number 2, it also breaks leaves faster than breaking them with your fist. That is another use. A third use is for converting coarse dirt into regular dirt. So you say that hoes are useless, that you shouldn't upgrade them to diamond, but let me tell you this, okay? If you upgrade your hoe to diamond, it instantly instantly breaks leaf blocks. Wood, it instantly breaks leaf blocks. And it actually increases your chance of getting seeds from grass. So, honestly, I don't know why people say hoes are useless. They're really not useless at all. It's just they have specific uses and nobody uses them for the correct purpose. See, because I can go over here and I can just break as many grass blocks and flowers as I want. Well, I don't know if I think it might actually do damage if you break flowers, but for breaking grass, like it doesn't take durability when breaking grass, and that my friends is absolutely huge. Plus, you can do this. You can't do that with the shovel. So hoes are in fact useful. Now I'm going to get rid of this wooden one because obviously a wooden hoe isn't exactly a great example, but actually I'll keep it and I'll make a stone one and I'll show you. I'll use this as a test tree to show you the difference. Because there's a drastic difference if you... Okay, so I need stone. I need stone for this. Okay, so I'm going to grab some stone. I don't mind wasting resources on little things like this, but we're going to go ahead and go here. I'm going to make an iron hoe, okay? I'm also going to make a stone hoe. And now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison and show off what hoes can do at different material levels. So, wood, not that good. Stone, it's a little bit faster. Iron, yeah, as you can see, iron is basically fucking cracked. Now, if we go here, this does increase your chance to get seeds, but wood is not very good. So we switched to stone for this, and now our chance to get seeds is even higher than it was before. But now we switched to iron, and now we're getting seeds almost all the time, basically. So, as you can see, I just got 16 seeds from that example, instead of what you would get by punching it with your fist, which is not really the same amount of drops. Because if I get rid of these seeds, you're going to see that I'll punch out this whole field and we'll just see how many seeds I get from doing that. Now, I am going to collect these flowers too as we go here. But I'm going to just punch out, you know, a decent amount of land here. And, yeah, as you can see, I got about 10. So I actually got more seeds for about the same amount of area, which is actually really good. So, yeah, it can break leaves instantly. It overall gives you slightly more seeds. And it's also good for turning coarse dirt into regular dirt. It's also good for making farmland. And I continue to find new things that the hoe can do every single day. So, to say the hoe is actually a useless tool is actually a complete lie. It is not useless to upgrade your hoe. It's just, you know, your hoe is typically used for farming, so you need to think from a farming perspective. If the hoe is specifically used for farming, why would it be useful for something that isn't farm related? For example, it can break grass and not take damage. See, like I'll check the durability is 178. Now I'll go over here and break a whole bunch of grass with it, and we'll just see. Okay, so I did break a flower there, but it's still 178. Let's see, does breaking flowers cause it to lose durability? Absolutely not. No, it doesn't. So you can break grass with a hoe, and it takes no durability damage. And it's actually slightly faster for some reason. I don't quite understand that, but is it because breaking is slightly faster with a hoe? Like, it's hard to tell, but it feels like... Wait, just... Hold on. Yeah. Oh, that's why. Oh. So, when you punch, you have to hit the one in front first, and then the one behind it. But with the hoe, that isn't the case. It breaks both immediately. That's why it's faster. Gotcha. See, it's little experiments like this that make the game fun for me. You know, like, I like testing things. I like figuring things out. I like experimenting with different features that people say they don't like to, you know, see if they're correct or not. Because, let's be honest, people were shitting on the bundle for years, calling it useless, calling it worthless, pointless. Why use a bundle, you know? And now look at things. It's a completely different story. Everybody's using bundles now, and nobody's bitching about it. Why? Because they realized how useful it really was. Because look at this. I've got all these flowers in my inventory, and let's say I don't want them taking up that much space. I can just go like this. Hell, I can even throw half my seeds in there if I want. Or I can go and scroll to go back into that bundle, take them out, and put that in there. I can put my bread in there and my glass in there. And look at that. And if I want to take them all back out, I just, yeah, bring them all back out. So bundles are actually really useful for like small builds too, because like you can make small builds. And I know 64 blocks does not seem like a lot to work with, but if you're doing, oh, I did not mean to break that one. If you're doing like super small builds like light posts or hell, even a small campsite, you can fit the building materials for that exact build in a bundle and then carry it around with you. You can 100% do that. That is 100% doable. Now, I am no maniac, sir. I'm going to use glass panes because I am not a psychopath. These windows will look weird if I don't do something. Oh, I know what I can do. I can do this and this, but then do this and this. Haha! Yeah, now that looks better. That looks way better. This and this, and then
that, and then I can do a little bit of this action here. Go ahead and close that. I guess I could get started on the roof. Now, this will be a very blocky build for right now, anyhow. Simply because, well, that's not right. It's going to be a blocky build because I don't have the inside walls done. Because I do plan to section out this base and actually, like, make rooms and stuff. But right now, I don't have those internal walls, so it just looks like a shitty cube. But I'm going to fully utilize the internal space of this for now. Oh, I ran out of wood. I'm gonna run out of wood, aren't I? Son of a bitch. I am out of wood. Do I have any wood in these other chests? I don't think I... Yeah, no. Well, we'll just have to steal some wood from the furnace then. Fine by me. Oh, I need more planks. I need more planks. I'm gonna be too short. I'm gonna be short, aren't I? Oh, son of a bitch. You gotta be kidding me. Bro, you cannot make this shit up. Like, I was literally just short by that many planks. That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Now what I plan to do is actually make the walls like this. Maybe I should use a different wood for the roof. I mean, I would use pale wood, but I ain't going into a pale garden. Now, I'm going to show you how to properly deal with a creeper. You lure one in. And then you proceed to poke him with the spear. And you just kind of keep doing that until they die. Ultimate creeper deterrent. And then the next one comes in. We're going to aim off to the left a little bit. Just to kind of keep him lined up. And there you go. Creeper has been dealt with. And he did not blow me up. So that's a win in my book. Okay. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead, chop down this tree one more time, and then I'm going to probably end this episode. It's been a pretty long one. And yeah, give me the wood. Wood rain. Now, normally I don't build with spruce wood. I normally don't build with spruce wood at all, to be honest. But, I don't know. You know, it's kind of situational. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to do that so I can get the bread. It's kind of situational if you want to be technical about it. Because it completely depends. Wait, I completely forgot what I was saying. This always happens, bro. I keep forgetting what I'm saying as I'm saying it. It's so annoying. And I don't know why it happens. It just happens. Like maybe I'm thinking about too many things all at once. So my brain goes nah and decides not to work or something. I don't know. Now, I know I did not fix this wall, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. For somebody in the comments, I don't know who would be watching this video, but somebody will watch it. Somebody will probably scream at me, hey, you didn't fix this wall. The hell is wrong with you? So I'm gonna fix the wall before that happens. Torch. Okay, now that I can see again, I can go ahead and go like this. And then I can go like that. And over here, I kind of want to have like a different kind of thing going on here. Actually, no, hold up. We may, oh, that might be the play. We make 3 barrels. Okay. Oh. And then we can go like this. And then we can go like this. And then we go like this. I am going to do behind the barrels just in case, you know, I ever actually go back here. But I'm going to do it out of cobble. I'm going to do cobble back there because that's going to stand out. That's going to stand out more. And then what I can do is, ooh, I'm cooking now. We're going to go like that. Yeah, I like that. And then what I can do is I can go like this, get a few of that going. And then over here, I don't really know what to do here, to be honest. Like, I feel like I should just do the entire back wall. To be honest, I feel like that would be the play. So I'm probably gonna do that. I'm just gonna do all the way behind here. All the way to the back one. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna fill that right in. And then what I can do is right here can go like this just to like fill that in, and now you can't even tell that's there. Like I might have to do a little bit of bullshit like this or something just to make it kind of look like the house is part of the terrain. And like right here I'll do a little bit of that. Yeah, that looks okay. I feel like that looks okay. And I kind of want to do that same thing over here, but I need more dirt. I need more dirt. Where did I put all my dirt? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go out here, and I want to just like wrap it around like this, but I want it to like stick out more because I want it to be want it to be noticeable, but not like, obviously I don't want it to look man-made. That would be a problem. Yeah, that looks a little too man-made. So what if we do this, this? I mean, that could work. What about leave that there? Or do this and extend like that. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, so now we gotta do the top too, obviously. I am not going to have enough dirt for this, so I'm gonna have to go back inside, get more dirt. Son of a bitch. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually overhang this a little bit. And I'm not gonna make it even at all. And then we're just gonna go like that, and yeah, that looks okay. And then what we can do, oh, now there's an idea. Okay, let's stop that. That's probably enough for now. I'm gonna use half of that to make torches. Yeah, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna have to do it like this, I guess, and then yeah, just like that, and like this. Does that look good? Probably not. That probably looks really bad. So I think what I'll do is I'll just have a single post here to hold up that terrain. And then I want to make it like, how do I want to do that? I want to make it look like the terrain is like hanging down off the side of the build. Kind of like that. And then maybe like that, and that, and that. And then get rid of that, and get rid of that. Yeah, that looks okay. So I basically just want to make it look like it's been overgrown or overtaken by the dirt because it's been here so long. Now I'm still not done because I need to add more dirt to the top layer. And yes, I know my freaking movements are very sporadic, very quick. But that's what happens when you play on that's what happens when you play on sensitivity 118. And I ran out of dirt already. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So that's what happens when you play on sensitivity 118 with the highest DPS settings on your mouse. You wind up getting jittery fast movements, but the upside to it is you actually miss your shots a lot less. I know you're probably thinking, wait, wouldn't you miss more shots with fast, with how fast it's moving? And honestly, no. I don't miss that many hits. At least to me, I don't. Ugh. Well, anyway, I guess that can be episode 1. We got our little house here. It's a good little starter. It'll do for now. So I think that's where I'm gonna call it today, guys. So if you guys want to see more, or you have any suggestions for things I should try to build, like in the area, specifically any of the spots I showed off, just feel free to leave a comment. I'm not even gonna ask for subscriptions because I honestly don't care. I don't care about subscriptions or likes. I don't do this for money. I just do this because, I like hanging out with people. I like sharing things. I like helping people learn the game. And that's really all I'm here for. I'm not here to make money off of this or any bullshit like that. I don't really care for that at all. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for builds that I should do, or maybe like even where I should build them near my house or something, like just drop a comment and I'll check it out. And I might actually decide to build something that you suggest in my world. We'll have to see. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here. So you lovely people have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And no, I did not steal that from Markiplier. I'm just being nice. Okay, bye guys.